All right, so check this out. So there are 3 tiers when it comes to those that play basketball players, right? There are 3 tiers to basketball players, and let's see if you can figure out which tier your athlete is on. So the first tier of a basketball player are those that just play basketball, right? That's a higher percentage, a higher number. I would say over 50%. If we're just putting numbers on it, let's say 50%, or let's say 60%, are those people that just play basketball. 60% of the population just plays basketball. But then we have about 25% that knows the game of basketball. So you got like 60% that play basketball. Then you got like 25% of those people that know the game of basketball. Now that 25%, they may play, they may not. Most of those don't even play. There was a coach at my high school, and he was one of the best coaches in the building and in the program, and he never played high school basketball. But he knew the game. It's about 25%. But then you have about 15% of the population that knows how to play the game of basketball. So follow me. So there are those that play the game of basketball. Then there are those that know the game of basketball. But then there are those that knows how to play the game of basketball. Does that make sense? Right? And so what's stopping player at level 1 from getting to level 3 is they haven't taken the time out to invest in the level 2 and the time with level 2. So those that know the game of basketball, what do? They study it. So if your athlete is busy playing, right? Yep, I'm rocking the FAMU sweater today. Shout out to my wife and everybody else that went to FAMU University. Shout out to y'all today, right? Just want to shout out to FAMU today. But listen, great HBCU. It's a lot of athletes that just play the game of basketball. They just play. But they aren't taking time out to study the game of basketball. And if they study the game of basketball, guess what? Then they'll know how to play the game of basketball. Because the people that know how to play the game of basketball, they understand and they know the game of basketball. They're just not out there playing. Meaning that they have a purpose every time they go out on the court. And from that purpose, they have a strategy. And so sometimes what's confusing athletes nowadays, they're just going out on the court and they're just drifting, right? They don't have a plan because they don't have a strategy. And they don't have a strategy because they don't have a plan. They're just out there playing, but they don't know the game. Thus, that's preventing them from knowing how to play the game. So it's 3 different tiers. If you want to get your athlete from tier 1 to tier 3, they must take the time to study this game that we call basketball, so that they can go from just playing the game to knowing the game, and then knowing how to play the game. I hope that makes sense. All right. Coach Carvel Bailey. Listen, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, go do that at Coach Carvel Bailey. But more importantly, if you know that your athlete has the potential to be a more elite type of guard, right? A more valuable type of guard, and one that will be so elite and so valuable that they'll put themselves in position to start being more recruitment ready and more recruitable. If you know that, then you may want to reach out to us and inquire about our Hoops Master University program, right? But for starters, here's what you can do. You can go check out this free training that I made specifically for parents like you to be able to learn a little bit more about what can help their athletes succeed on the current level they're at and the next level to get to that ultimate goal of playing college basketball. All right, it's 3 levels, right? It's levels to this. I think Meek Mill said that, right? those that play the game, those that know the game, and those that know how to play the game. Don't let this go over your head. Take time and really digest it and get your athlete to spend more time learning and studying the game of basketball, because it'll help them play the game of basketball better.